super parents, super moms, super dads. Yesterday we talked about, actually we started with 10 styles of parenting which are identified and have been listed, and it has been proven scientifically. All right. And I had written a blog on first four, comparing 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Today what I'm going to talk about is other style of parentings. Please understand one thing is that it is not that only one type of parenting all the parents use. Depending on the situation, depending on their moods, depending on their circumstances, they very unconsciously use the particular type of parenting style during that particular moment. That is why this course is, I call it a conscious parenting the epigenetic way. Awareness, mindfulness, raising resilient kids the epigenetic way. That is going beyond the genetics. So let's look at what we are going to talk about today and learn to raise resilient kids the epigenetic way. First is the basically comparing neglecting parenting with helicopter parenting. The next term is very modern and all that, but I'll explain to you. See, parenting styles play a crucial role in shaping child's development and emotional well-being. Among the various styles, neglecting parenting or uninvolved parenting and helicopter parenting represent two extremes of parental environment and involvement. If you remember, and if you have seen my earlier video, there's a comparison between authoritative and authoritarian. Both have common thread called authoritative, but both are extremes. Authoritarian is good, authoritative is maybe bad. So let's look at these two extremes without, you can revisit my earlier videos on those things. So each with distinct characteristics and effect on children. Understanding these styles can help parents like us make informed decisions and choices basically about their approach in raising children. What is neglected or neglectful, being offhand, uninvolved parenting? The typical characteristics of this particular thing are low responsiveness. You don't respond. You don't respond to the child's verbal or non-verbal communication. Neglectful parents are emotionally detached and often fail to provide the warmth, love, and belongingness and support that children need. They may be preoccupied with their own issues. Nothing wrong with that, because today's world is very fast paced world, and most of the parents have, most of the adults have that kind of issues. This leads to what? This leads to lack of engagement in their child's life. Their children's life are not priority. So there's a low demand. You place very low demands on your children. These parents set few expectations and provide minimal guidance or structure. They do not actively participate in their children's activities or their decision making processes. They're detached, totally neglectful. They may be physically present with their children, but lack emotional involvement, emotionally absent, resulting in a lack of meaningful interactions and connection with their children. What are the outcomes? Emotional and behavioral issues. Children raised in neglectful or detached parenting environment will experience, I will not say may, some may, but will experience a range of emotional problems, including anxiety, depression, and behavioral issues. They often feel unimportant and neglected, completely neglected, not heard of. They don't feel validated. They have low self esteem. The absence of attention and support can lead to feelings of worthlessness. And low self esteem is one of the very, for any child to grow up in and become very strong, emotionally regulated child when they become adults. Children may internalize the belief that they are not valued. The struggles and the relationships, these children may have difficulty forming healthy relationships when they grow up with their husbands, with their children, specifically children, with their close relatives, their in laws, because they have not learned. They have learned not how to connect with others. They have not learned how to trust the caregivers. And when I say caregivers, I also include parents in that. Against that is the helicopter parenting. What are the characteristics of, if you know what is a helicopter? Helicopter is something which is not on the ground, up in the air, looking down on the broader picture, bigger picture. Here what happens, the characteristics are very distinct and important. This overly involved, you become overly involved. You try to look at small picture and also connect the dots, connect the broader picture. Helicopter parents are excessively involved in their children's life, often hovering over them. You know how the helicopter hovers, right? Okay. Closely monitoring their activities and decisions. They tend to be highly engaged but in controlling manner. Controlling nature is one of the characteristics of the helicopter parenting. These parents frequently intervene in their children's lives, making decisions for them and shielding them from challenges and failures. Anything wrong with that? No, nothing wrong with that. Parents feel responsible that we need to protect our children. What the bigger picture is missed out here is that they have to give the kind of nurturing to the children that they, when they grow up, they have the tools, they have the skills to defend themselves. Not only defend themselves, very successfully navigate through the real life challenges. This micromanaging of helicopter parenting sometimes harms children. Because I'll give you the example. Let's say everyone in their lives have got a bicycle, right? And the parents are there the first time, two times, second time, third time, fourth time, monitoring, looking at the children bicycling and all that. They fall down. Natural reaction of a mother or a dad is what? Run. I will take care of it. This fosters a particular mindset in child that mom will do it, dad will take care of it. Not bad, but in the long run, they don't know, they don't understand there is no one, but we have to take care of ourselves. We have to take charge of our life. It starts with the small things like swimming, cycling, etc., etc. In this kind of parenting, high expectations are set because parents are looking at a broader picture. That my child is in 3rd standard, 5th standard, 10th standard, right now in college, what they are going to do next. So they try to take the charge, they try to take the decisions for their children. They set higher expectations without understanding the it's not capabilities. It is about what their child wants to do. Imagine the child is very, very uh, excellent in arts, painting, in writing, in drawing, but the parent wants that child to become a doctor or become a chartered accountant. It will be totally against, like it will be like kind of a dis. I mean, it won't match actually for that child to grow up in the environment where they don't want to do those things that they didn't like. Helicopter parents often have high expectations of their children's performance and behavior, leading to pressure to succeed and excel in various areas, even in those areas where they feel that, see, nobody is perfect. No child, no human being, no adult, no one. They have their own abilities, they have their own capabilities, they have their own choices of what they like or they don't like. This will lead to the anxiety for that child. That anxiousness, the stress of not able to perform to the expectations of others. Now, here, others are their own parents or caregivers. That makes it more difficult for them. What are the outcomes? Lack of independence. Children raised by helicopter parents may struggle to develop independent and self reliance as they are not given the opportunity to make their own decisions or learn from their mistakes. Increased anxiety levels, the constant oversight, looking over the shoulder, can lead to the heightened, uh, how I'll say, the child won't be a child. He will experience, or that he or she will experience, that adults also should not experience, that is high level of anxiety, as they may feel they are always being evaluated or judged. Let me ask you a very, very straight pointed question. In whatever field, in whatever chosen profession you are, do you like to be judged by people who are your bosses or who are your maybe clients or who are associated with you, whether within the family or without the family? You don't like it. Here, this is a child who feels judged by the people who he loves or she loves a lot. They will have this fear of failure. That fear of failure is the biggest bane, or I will say the worst thing a child can feel. They'll have difficulty with problem solving, believe me. These children may struggle with problems, mm, not problems, they will have problems, but problem solving skills, as they are not accustomed to facing challenges on their own, because always mom is going to do it, dad is going to take care of me when I fall down from the cycle. Mom will look at the swimming coach and say, what you are doing, you are not able to teach my child proper swimming. They may rely, quote unquote, rely heavily on their parents or caregivers for guidance and supports. I'm not saying don't leave them alone, leave them loose. But what I'm saying is moderation. Have moderation. So, what is the conclusion of this particular cast? What I'm doing? Neglectful parenting and helicopter parenting represent two contrasting approaches to raise children, each with its own set of characteristics and outcomes. While neglectful parenting can lead to emotional and behavioral issues due to lack of support and engagement, helicopter parenting, on the other hand, can hinder a child's independence and problem solving and abilities due to excessive control and involvement. Now, how do we balance it? I'm running this program of raising resilient kids the epigenetic way, using the power of epigenetics, where what we do is we break down each and every situation is different. There are about 6 to 7 common issues that parents face, but there are certain unique situations that happen. We take care of that. So basically, I just wanted to continue with this particular mm, sharing of the videos of 10 identified and listed parenting styles. So see you next time. But before that, I just want to say you something. Understanding the parenting style can help parents reflect on their own approaches also. It is not about uh, making your children better. It is all about making yourself also better. Your own approaches, your own behaviors, your own characteristics. Make necessary adjustments. This is just to foster a more balanced and supportive environment for our children. Striking the right balance between involvement and independence is the key. Promoting healthy development and well-being in children. The key is very important, the balance. Strike a right balance, and it will start with you. It has to start with you. You have to strike a right balance within yourself. Thank you. Thank you for being there. Till next time. Bye bye.